Welcome to the Pump Sports Radio MLB Closing Time Show. There's my little Beth Mowins impression, since people liked that a lot yesterday on Twitter. Welcome to Pump Sports Radio's MLB Closing Time Show. It is Sunday, August the 29th. Ian Cameron, Conor Mac, and our special guest Sharpie with us, ready to break down this Sunday MLB card. Hope you enjoyed your Saturday. It was a busy one. There was a UFC card. There was CFL, college football starting, MLB. Definitely an exciting day yesterday. Lots to watch, lots to bet. Baseball up and down, which has been basically baseball for me most days. But we had some good results. Giants, Royals with the plus price, able to get it done yesterday. So looking forward to the Sunday card. And Sundays are always tricky. Check the lineups. I always say that. Check the lineups when you're talking Sunday baseball, because there are often players sitting out rested on this day of the week more than any other. Let's get to it. Let's go to Tampa Bay, Baltimore. It's one of the games that really frustrated me yesterday. We've got, looks like Chris Archer on the mound here for the Rays today, and Spencer Watkins for the Orioles. We've got Tampa minus 230, road favorites, 10 the total here in this game. Chris Archer, of course, back in the rotation for the Tampa Bay Rays, made a start last time out for them. And actually, when you consider that he had not pitched for quite a long time, when you look at the way he pitched in that start, pretty solid. Only a couple innings, but still got his feet wet. Only gave up a hit against the White Sox. And he's probably going to be on a very similar, innings pitch restriction here. So you won't see a lot of them, but he'll set the table for what's, obviously one of the better bullpens in baseball to take it the rest of the way. Spencer Watkins has just been in a rough go of it for the last month or so, giving up 4 runs or more now in 6 straight starts. The last one in particular, 8 runs, 2 innings. It's just been pretty bad for him. The opponents have scored 14, 8, 8, 12, 6, and 7. Even at 6.5, I like this team total for Tampa, and that's the way I'm going to play it, because I think they can get to 7 here today against Watkins. Most teams have scored at least a minimum of 7 runs against him. I don't know what Baltimore's going to do, because, on a bullpen day for the Rays, it's not like a bullpen day for other teams. Bullpen days for other teams, you think, wow, that team should be able to score some runs. But we know how good this this Tampa Bay bullpen is for them. And like I said, for Watkins, it's just been a complete fall from grace for him over the last month, and a 7.59 ERA for him as well here at Camden Yards. So it's just been a whole bunch of bad for him. So I'll go Rays team. Again, you're not getting a bargain. They put this number in a good spot. Not surprising. I mean, odds makers pretty much know what they're doing in baseball by this time of year. Tampa Bay team total over is the way I would play it. Conor Mac, what do you think here? Rays, Orioles?
Yeah, Rays are a huge freaking price here, but man, Spencer Watkins. I always think Sammy Watkins when I see S. Watkins, but he's a football player, different sport, different thing. But every time I see S. Watkins, Chris Archer, he came back, he threw a couple innings. Like I said, I've always had trouble with him in the past. He's only going to go a couple today. I mean, the kid's talented. He always seems like he could throw really good games. Some games he'd have one bad inning, it seemed like. I got to take the Rays. It's just a big price. You got to take their team total over 2.5. This was the game I was on the over with yesterday. I can't believe it didn't get there. I think it could today. I just don't love it. The price is huge. Maybe Rays, the 1.5 is 155. I don't love it. Maybe you'd have to even go 2.5 here to get plus money. So I'd only look Rays, though. I don't want those.
Yeah, it's just a question of what does Archer do and what does the Rays bullpen give you. And that's why I wanted to take that part of it out of it. That's why I just looked at the Rays in terms of their team total. What do you think here, Sharpie?
Hey, shout out to the chat, guys. It's Sunday morning, guys. Hit the like if you haven't. Smash it like I smashed 2 BBWs last night because it was Saturday, and that's the way we get down, bro. But yesterday on this game, I was on the over 5.5, first 5, and it died. I was telling you guys back there in the Discord, I jumped on the 6.5, 5.5, 4.5, and thank God it all came to fruition and cashed for me. The 5 did bail out. I'm right back over on the first 5, over 5.5. I see it going back from 6 to 5.5, 6. I bet it at 5.5 last night, woke up, seen a 6, and then seen it drop back down to a 5.5. Quick question I'm going to answer myself for you guys out there. Who's the better team the last 15 days versus righties. It's the Baltimore Orioles. They're a top 5 team batting average, top 5 team OPS. That's why I'm going with the first 5 over, guys. I think Baltimore can give me a couple of those runs. When I was looking at both of their team totals first 5, I believe it was a 3.5 and a 2.5 or a 1.5 juice to the gills. And I could see both team totals hitting. So why bet both of them? Give me the first 5 over. Watkins himself should give up 5 realistically, guys. If the Angels, who are not hitting anything and can't hit the broadside of a barn, whooped Watkins is due for some big trouble today, guys. Only thing to take into effect is my boy Paul Wall. He brought up the fact that they're going to face Boston tomorrow, so they may be looking ahead today. That's something that you got to try to take in ahead. I think the Tampa Bay Rays are too well coached to look ahead. They went to the World Series last year. They're that type of team that takes each series by series. I would like to think they don't look ahead. So I'm on the first 5 over. And once again, shout out to my guy, Conor fucking Mac. Illinois plus 205 to the bank. If you ain't watching these guys' college football show, y'all missing out on some free money. That San Jose State first half. I cashed 3 bets yesterday and didn't cap college football, guys. You need to be tuning into these guys straight up.
Yeah.
So just had to give you guys your
Well,
credit.
I did good, but I had a couple of bad losses. Hawaii didn't get the fuck off the bus, and my under, it didn't. I didn't think Southern Utah would score. They did, and it just went under. I probably should have stayed off that as a best bet. Real quick to end this game. Yeah, I know, but I cashed out. Yeah, so it was a good day. College football was good. Baseball, not so much. Let's get it today. And a tricky card with some shitty pitchers. Fleming on the road. Think about it. So just like you said, Sharpie, maybe the Orioles get runs off him. This guy is horrible on the road.
Coming in after Archer, yeah.
Yeah, he's coming in right after Archer. So he'll go 3 or 4. So I know he's not starting, but he's still on the road. So I would,
that helps.
That guy.
Yeah, it's been bad for Fleming. You're right.
Because Archer only went 2, right?
Yeah, 2 innings.
Yeah, he just went 2 innings. Yeah, I think he'll go about the same. I don't even know if he goes further, maybe. But yeah. Okay.
Thank you. I didn't know Fleming was coming in. I thought
that's
Archer
what I have
as
primary.
I thought Archer got hurt last time out, and that's why they took him out the game.
Yeah.
No, they just said they're
using him as an opener. All right.
Yes.
Opener. Yeah. Yeah. Fleming will be the primary, and that's the Orioles have not tailed off against lefties though. That's the thing. But still, I mean, Fleming's been bad. I mean, they're very capable of scoring some runs in this game. So first 5 over, full game over. I like the Rays total over 6.5 personally, but you get the gist of it. We think we're going to see runs scored in this game. All right, next game, I'm not so sure about runs being scored. Arizona, Philadelphia. Philadelphia minus 175. Home favorites, 8.5 the total in this one. Ranger Suarez has been surprisingly good. 1.46 ERA for him, 1.35 at home. He's done a really remarkable job for this Phillies team since he's been in this rotation here in the month of August. He's only given up 5 runs over 19 innings. So you got to give him a lot of credit for that. Pitching well. Bumgarner's even in good form as well. 2 runs over the last 21 innings that he's pitched. So he's really gotten the job done the last 3 starts as well for the Arizona Diamondbacks. So it's been pretty good pitching from both of these guys as of late. Kind of makes you think first 5 under. Certainly that's the way I'm kind of leaning here in this game. When you look at the Phillies, they shut out Arizona 7-0 yesterday. I don't know if Arizona's going to get runs in bunches against Suarez. And the Phillies are only hitting 188, 3.5 runs per game against lefties in the last 10. I know Bumgarner, not the old Bumgarner, not the San Francisco World Series winning prime of his career, Mad Bum, but he's pitching well right now. And I think we're probably not going to get a bunch of runs here in this one. So I would lean first 5 under. What do you think here, C-Mac, with the Diamondbacks and Phillies?
Yeah, that's what I like. And it seems like, even the last time out, Suarez pitched a little longer. He finally went 6 2/3 against the Rays. So maybe he can go the full 5. And Bumgarner's been a lot better. Phillies, you talked about it, can't hit lefties. D-backs swing it a little bit better against him. But Bumgarner's been good. I'd only look at the D-backs in this game, though. There's just no way I can take the Phillies. I know the Phillies won yesterday. And I know it's tough to back the D-backs on the road. But D-backs first 5. And, yeah, I like that under 4.5 first 5.
All right, yeah, definitely. I think that probably does make some sense for sure. The first 5 under. What do you think, Sharpie, in this one?
Hey, shout out to the chat. Already 120 live, almost 50 likes. Guys, smash it. Let's get to that surgery.
Smash.
Let's get to that 100 likes real quick, real trip. Last night, the boss came in the MMA chat. You never know if he going to pop into this chat, guys, because he be throwing money out like them soccer picks be cashing. And that's on a daily basis in my account. Woo, like Ric Flair said. I'm going to bang my head up against you guys. I'm on the over 4.5 right here, guys. And this is a strictly base play that Arizona versus a lefty is money play for me, guys. They're money in the damn bank, and I ride them to the bank. When they went versus Suarez 2 weeks ago, it was the same play then, same play again. They smack lefties. They're a top 10 team all month. They're a top 5 team the last 15 days, guys. Arizona Diamondbacks versus lefties is a bet on spot. Do you trust Bumgarner? Me, no, I don't. But the Philadelphia Phillies, I don't trust more. So I think Bumgarner gives up 1, maybe 2. I see Suarez giving up 3. I like Arizona first 5 plus a half. It's minus 110. And I'm on the over 4.5 myself.
By the way, Jefferson C, don't worry about 2 thumbs down, all right? I think there's like 49 thumbs up, 2 thumbs down. I'd rather give thumbs down than give no thumbs at all.
That's I can't lie.
Do you think I give 2 shits about people putting their thumbs down?
Yeah, one of them are probably Max because I didn't pull up his comment either. So
yeah.
One of them are
don't worry about Jefferson.
They're trolls, guys. Like we don't pay attention to the trolls, guys. Come on, they want us to pay attention to them.
Yeah, don't worry about it, Jefferson. That's we're not worried. That's all. I hope that's why I don't want you to be worried, Jefferson, because we're not worried. That's all I'm trying to mention. That's all. We don't. But hey, people are watching. That's what we like. Even the people that give the thumbs down, they're watching. So guess what? They're doing us a favor. That's exactly what they're doing. All right, next up, we've got
hit one of them.
Yeah, exactly. All right, we've got St. Louis and Pittsburgh. Kwang Hyun Kim, the lefty for the Cardinals, and Will Crow for the Pittsburgh Pirates in this one. We've got St. Louis minus 165 road favorites, total of 9, shaded to the under in this game. Kwang Hyun Kim is a guy that for the Cardinals has had, I think a relatively solid season. There's no question. He's been serviceable, and we'll see how he fares here. Keep in mind, hasn't pitched in almost a month. His last start came on August 7th against Kansas City, gave up 2 runs in that outing. And actually against Pittsburgh, when he faced them back in June, didn't exactly pitch well. 4 runs, 7 hits, 4.1 innings. So interesting to see how he performs here, and a little stint away from the rotation. And then Will Crow on the other side got it roughed up in his last start, 5 runs, 8 hits in 4.2 innings, 5.46 ERA overall, 4.89 home ERA for Will Crow this year. Kwang Hyun Kim does have the better numbers, but coming off an injury stint, not sure I'm going to be rushing to lay this price with him. I know I don't want Pittsburgh here in this game. They've been blasted by a combined score of 17-3 football score. It's the Steelers 17, and I guess you could say the St. Louis Rams back when they were still in St. Louis 3. If you look at the first 2 games of this series. So 17-3 for St. Louis. Good call by Sharpie. I think Sharpie liked the Cardinals run line yesterday, and they absolutely got it done with ease. St. Louis are past, but I'm just not laying this price here with Kim off a little absence stint. So I'm off the game here. What do you think, Connor? St. Louis, Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I'm off the game, and I'm definitely off. I got waxed yesterday. Cardinals hit, but I wouldn't take them. Again, even how bad Will Crow is, after a team like the Cardinals scored 13 runs, I don't want him here. There's just no way. I'd lean under if I were to bet this one. I can't trust Crow. He had one good start August 11th, 4 2/3 against the Cardinals, and another one June 25th. He gave up 4 runs. This is one, like many today, I want nothing to do with.
All right, Sharpie, what do you think here? Cards Pitt.
Hey, shout out to the chat, guys. 140 live on a Sunday morning, 66 likes. Smash it, guys. I'm trying to melt my face like that Michael Jackson third surgery to keep the nose on because the nose falling off still. This game, though, I'm off. I capped it as a straight coin flip, maybe a minus 120 St. Louis. They're doing it at a minus 150. There's no way I could bet St. Louis at this number, and there's no way in hell I'm going to bet Pittsburgh at that weak line value at a plus 125. You're going to have to give me more to bet Pittsburgh. The numbers say they're equal. they're pretty much damn the same near team batting, guys. So that's why I say it's a coin flip. And I love St. Louis versus lefties. That's just me. I'm that guy who banks on them. And if they win 70% of the time, that's profitable to me. So especially going against Brault yesterday, to me, that was a setup because he handled them 2 times. This is a team who eats lefties. This is a team who is mediocre at best versus righties. That's not a time I want to try to back them, and let alone not at this type of price. Pittsburgh's had their number the last 7 days. St. Louis has had the lead quite a few, and they're good bullpens blowing it to this Pittsburgh bullpen. So St. Louis isn't even playing great baseball right now other than Wainwright. Shout out to DeFritas as usual. Thanks, guys. No, thank you, DeFritas. You with it every day.
Okay.
You be smashing likes. You be sending cash. You be doing all that thing. I know you be tapping ass, my guy. You be on that good shit. But I saw someone say Sheryl Crow on the bump. That chick's been bumping cocaine for a long time, okay, guys? I know it. That bitch grew up in the 80s. So, if anything, this is an overspot to me because I don't look at Kim as a good pitcher. 2 mediocre to bum pitchers. MLB hitters should hit, but it's run and run as fast as you can. I don't know anybody who could say they have a clear-cut advantage and this is a smash spot because I don't see that, guys. So best of luck and on to the next. Choo-choo!
Yeah, is that someone throwing some shade there at Will Crow with the old Sheryl Crow reference? Yeah, Sheryl Crow on the reference. Every day is a winding road. I get a little bit closer to getting sent down to the minors. Right now for Pittsburgh. He might be sent down to the minors if he keeps pitching. Yeah, he's just not very good. No, I agree with that. All right, next up, we've got the Boston Red Sox and Cleveland. We've got Houck and Morgan, the pitching matchup here. Boston minus 155 road favorites, 9.5 the total. Yesterday, I had Cleveland first 5 full games, push on the first 5, and they lost the game in extra innings, 5-3. 3 wins in a row now for Boston, and they'll look for the sweep here. They've certainly got the pitching advantage, you would think, in this game with Tanner Houck on the mound, who for the most part has been pretty solid since he's been in this rotation for the Boston Red Sox. 3.43 ERA overall for him, 2.53 on the road. So he's actually been even better on the road than at Fenway Park. And we know what Eli Morgan is, not a guy you can really count on. 4 runs, 8 hits against a light-hitting Texas team in his last start for Cleveland. Not very good. Boston's probably got a good shot to win this game, probably got a good shot to sweep this series. Let's see what the lineups are, but at least as of right now, I'm leaning toward a first 5 minus a half a run, minus 115 here with the Red Sox. Normally, I don't like betting against the home team, trying to avoid a sweep, but there's just a distinct pitching advantage here right now for Boston in this one. I like Houck. I don't like much of the Eli Morgan. So I guess Red Sox first 5 minus a half a run, and you keep the bullpens out of it. And Boston's bullpen, they've been okay in this series, but still long term, like the last 7 days, 2 weeks, it hasn't been a great Boston bullpen. So I think to keep the Boston bullpen out of it is the better decision. So first 5 minus a half for me with the Red Sox. What do you think, Conor Mac?
Yeah, this is another game I just don't love. Eli Morgan's a guy who got rushed up to the bigs. You know, he dominated in, rookie ball, single A, double A. And he had that one good game against the Twins. Other than that, and he had a couple decent starts with 2 runs. This guy gives up at least 3 and goes 5 innings. So the only thing is the first 5's 5.5. So I don't know. Maybe the Red Sox team total, first 5. I haven't decided how to bet this one. I don't like the Red Sox minus 155. I don't know if I want to take the half a run that you just mentioned. So I'm just staying off. It's just I don't know how I'm gonna bet it. I'm Sunday with all these shitty pitchers. I'm like, man. Yeah, this is bad.
Sunday with all the shitty pitchers, and sometimes they don't get hit even on a.
So exactly. Yeah.
And the wind is blowing out, and the total's going up. It was 9.5. It's up to 10 here. So to me, it looks like there could be some runs in this game. But again, it all depends on Houck, because I kind of like the way Tanner Houck's been pitching. What do you think, Sharpie, with Boston, Cleveland?
Man, shout out to the chat. I'm about to deliver y'all a banger. Smash that like if you haven't, guys. It helps. Hit the share. All that stuff helps. Here we go, guys. I bet this last night. It's at a 5.5 now. First 5 over 5. I took it last night. I like the over 5.5 too. Hawk. Let's go through Hawk's pitching, guys. He's pretty good versus mediocre to bottom of the barrel teams. Any top 5 to top 10 team, he's given up 3 runs or more the past month and a half. Cleveland is a top 5 team versus righties, guys, top 10 through the last month. So, and Boston, they're a top 5 team, top 5, 15 days and 30 days, average OPS. Give me the first 5 over, guys. Let's not think this.
All right, good stuff. Liking the first 5.
Now you just hit.
Yeah,
you guys are swinging.
that's right.
Hey, I bet it the other day and it lost 2-1. Okay, but I got to trust the numbers and know that the numbers eventually will be right more often than not.
That's right. That's what baseball is. You
Exactly.
bet the numbers, but that's baseball is what I always say. And unfortunately, there's going to be those days the numbers line up and the result on the field doesn't. So it's just the way it goes when you bet baseball every single day. Toronto and Detroit, like the Blue Jays struggling to hit them. Terrible. Barely winning by the skin of their teeth yesterday in extra innings, only because Manoah was brilliant. And the bullpen, for once, actually did a good job, which hasn't been often. We got Barrios and Matt Boyd for Detroit. Toronto minus 170, road favorites, 9 the total in this one. I'm off Toronto and Barrios, especially with Barrios on the mound till he turns it around. He's had 3 pretty shaky starts in a row for the Blue Jays. He had a really good first couple of starts for the Jays where he gave up a run in 12 innings. And since then, he's given up 13 runs in 12 innings. So much different results for Barrios in the last 3 starts. On the flip side, though, Matt Boyd hasn't pitched in 2 months, 2.5 months, and I'm not really ready to back him off a long stint on the injured list. So he had a tricep injury. His pitching arm took longer than expected to heal, and the injury was to the pitching arm, that left pitching arm of Matthew Boyd. So guy that's not only coming back from injury, but it's to the arm that he throws with. Yeah, that's not a guy I'm backing. Simple as that in his first start back. So this is a game clear pass for me. Just too many question marks. What do you think, Connor?
Yeah, a lot of question marks. Boyd that just pitched a decent start down in AAA. They're going to have him up. Sorry, I wanted to pull up the lineups here. And Barrios just hasn't been well, especially home or on the road. I can't back him. With the Blue Jays, they win 3-2. Now they're minus 180 again, 175. No way. I know you got to back Boyd here. And I know Tigers seem to hit lefties, but they haven't hit much of anything yet. 1 run, 2 run the last 2 days. But I could only take the Tigers here at a plus price. And I'd lean more first 5, plus 150.
All right. Sharpie, anything here? Jays and Tigers.
Yeah, we 14 likes away from 100. Guys, smash it if you haven't. We like it. We appreciate it. If you like the content, smash it, guys. We giving out winners. We helping to put your paychecks into savings accounts. We trying to double it and buy boats and all that cool shit. So this game, I was like straight up. Ian was talking like this game has me off. The Barrios, dude, he was in my head right now, guys. This was me capping last night. I wrote lean first 5 under. Then after this, lean first 5 over. Blah, 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 blah. Bro, it was a 5 last night on the first 5, so people are seeing the under. I really want to back Boyd. I don't think Detroit is going to freaking rush this kid, guys. This is their best pitcher the past 2 years. Boyd has been pretty electric, guys. Toronto isn't hitting. They're not hitting righties. They're not hitting lefties. They're just not fucking playing baseball. They know they're not making the playoffs now, guys. They pack their bags up, guys. So until that team figures it out, I can't bet on them. Barrios has been nothing but hot garbage, and Detroit's numbers are nothing but hot garbage. There's just too much crap going on right here to legitly see a clear-cut advantage. I could see a shot on the plus 150 Tigers, but like Connor said, he's coming off an injury, bro. Like, you can't really back that. Like, realistically, over time, that's going to be bad for you. So it's a stay-off game if there ever was one. This is it for me.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Washington and the Mets here. Eric Fetty, Tyler McGill, the pitching matchup. Mets minus 180, minus 185, home favorites. The total is pretty much 8.5, 9. I am on over 8.5 here in this game. It's still out there at Bet Online. A couple other spots have 8.5. Other books have 9, so shop around. But I am on the over here. And I
have an 8.
An 8?
I have an 8. Yeah, I have an 8. Fetty, McGill. Yep.
Really? Oh yeah, it is 8. Sorry, yeah, I'm looking
You
at
can get
I'm looking
minus
at the wrong
105.
freaking game. I'm looking at the wrong freaking game there. So that's all right. There we go. It is 8, and yes, I do like it at 8. There we go. I was looking at St. Louis, Pittsburgh for some reason.
Oh.
Got to get my eyes checked. Anyway, Tyler McGill off a rough start last time out against San Francisco. 7 runs, 11 hits, 3.2 innings. Pretty bad for him in that game. Overall he's been decent, but I think there's some numbers that point to him maybe regressing, and we're seeing signs of that for sure. Fetty's got a 4.85 ERA on the road. I don't trust him to get the job done. I think the Mets capable of being able to do a little bit of damage at least. Totals were 8. I mean, you're talking about 8 with 2 very mediocre arms. So I do like the over a little bit. I got to lean Washington a little bit too. Look, I know the Mets, when you look at it, they finally won a game yesterday, 5-3 over the Nationals. But at least in the first 5, I would consider Washington. I mean, they just keep pricing the Mets like this juggernaut, minus 185 every single time, almost minus 200 in this series, and their life and death to win every single game. So I don't love Washington because I'm not a big Fetty guy, but first 5 at this price, I think you got to take some kind of shot. It's just overinflation once again on the Mets. What else is new? What do you think here, Conor Mac? Nats, Mets.
Yeah, my guy Fetty and McGill. I just think the Mets shouldn't be minus 190. And for how bad Fetty, he's pitched all right at times this year. 6 and 8. He's dropped his ERA and 2 starts against the Mets. That'll help you out. He went 4 innings, gave up 2 runs, and then June 18th, a while back, he went 7 innings, gave up nothing. So this Mets team scored a few runs yesterday. We thought they might. I wouldn't guess that they would again, not at this price. So the only thing I'd look at is the Nats. And maybe, it's trusting hitting them because this first 5's 4. And I know I love unders in Citi Field, but I don't trust these pitchers. I just couldn't take the over because these bats are so cold. But that could be a look here.
All right, Sharpie, what do you like here? Washington, New York Mets.
Man, I'm loving that we got 200 live, 91 likes, guys. Keep it going. Tell your friends, smash the like, guys. Let's get this up to 350 because if it ain't 350, no need to see the titty. This game right here, guys, I hate to give you a number, but I bet 4.5 under last night. Right now it's a 4, so I can't give you guys that number. Like Connor said, I don't like a 4. I love a 4.5. Digging through these lines, Miguel got cracked last week out. I seen him getting cracked last week out. He does not do good facing a team the second time in a row in a 10-day basis. If you go through his logs, when he sees a team again within a 10-day period, he's gotten cracked every time, guys. And that's what the Giants were last week. They seen him within a 10-day period. First time he owned him. Second time he got cracked. Cool. That's freaking Miguel for you. Put that in the column. You don't play him on those type of days. The Mets just aren't hitting, guys. And Fetty, if you go through his record through the last month and a half, he holds down teams to 2 runs or less if they're a bottom 5, bottom 10 feeder team. That's what the Mets are, month-long and 15-month-long stats, guys. So under 4.5, I'm on. I like the Washington plus a half first 5 now that it's at a 4 because I could see a 2-2 ball game, and I want that plus a half run in those type of games.
All right, there we go. Liking Washington early and a little first 5 under in this game. And yeah, Fetty was awful early. He's been actually decent, believe it or not, the last few starts. We'll see if he keeps that up here today. Again, it may not be that difficult to do that with what you sometimes don't get from this Mets lineup. Reds and Marlins, Tyler Mahle, Jesus Luzardo on the mound here. We've got Mahle and the Reds minus 180, road favorites, 8 the total. In this one, very, very simple bet for me. Mahle's always been better on the road this year than he's been in Cincy. And we know Luzardo's been just dreadful, just absolutely awful, considering the expectations of him being a pretty good pitcher when he first broke in with the Oakland Athletics. And he's just been anything but that since he's been in the big leagues. Cincinnati, believe it or not, off of a loss to Miami. I can't see them dropping 2 in a row. I could see them responding. They've got the right guy on the mound. So there's 2 bets I like here. I like the first 5 minus a half a run, minus 145. Little juicy, minus 145 on that. But I like the Reds minus a half a run in the first 5 innings. And I also like the Reds team total over 4.5, minus 140. Check the lineups. You never know who might be in or out, but it looks like it's full bore lineup for the Reds today. Jonathan India, Tyler Stevenson, the Greek Stallion, Nick Castellanos, Joey Votto, Kyle Farmer, Eugenio Suarez, Tyler Naquin, Aristides Aquino, They are all in the lineup today for the Reds, and I think they bounce back. So Reds first 5 -0.5, Reds team total over 4.5. Both of those, I bet. What do you think here, Conor Mac, Reds, Marlins?
Yeah, and Melee, you talked about it. It's been good on the road. And this run line, I took it last night because it was even money. Now it's -120. I still think it's all right because that team total, I think they get there. The Reds haven't hit lefties, but Luzardo, this guy, he's just there to give up 5 runs. You know, he's just 3, 7, 5, 4, 5. And like I said, the Reds don't hit lefties too well, but I think Luzardo, and his problem he does is walking people, walking in the long ball, and that's not good at a team like the Reds. So yeah, I like the Reds run line here. You could Melee on the road. You talked about this is where I want him, and when he's been at home, he's been the shits. So the price has gotten a kind of ballooned a little bit, but I only got to roll the Reds because I had him yesterday and they shit the brick, and I need him to come back and kick ass today.
By the way, opposing teams against Luzardo. Here are the numbers for the opposing teams against Luzardo the last 4 starts he's made. 7 for Colorado, 10 for the Cubs. That's the Cubs getting 10 runs. Atlanta 11, and then 5 for Washington in his last start. And this team totals 4.5. So I feel good the Reds can get to 5 today. What do you think here, Sharpie?
Hey, shout out to the chat, guys. We got that 100. You know what happens when we get to that 100. It's Michael Jackson face surgery time. And I'm on both of your bets already, guys. I bet the first 5 -0.5 last night, -130, and I took the run line -110. This is a Cincinnati smash spot. The numbers say first 5 under, but then you look into Luzardo, and Luzardo says he's a fucking piece of trash, guys. So even though Cincy is not hitting lefties, the numbers say they're not hitting lefties at all. Luzardo says he's just trash, guys. So first 5 -0.5, Cincinnati run line to the bank. I'm on it.
And they are good at drawing walks. It's, you know, someone mentioned that just now in the chat, which they are. So, you know, and with Luzardo walking guys left and right, they may not even have to put the bat on the ball as much because of that today, this Reds team, and still be able to score some runs if they're going to be able to draw walks out of Luzardo, which has been not very difficult to do.
I did the run line along with the -0.5. Mally hasn't given up. Hey, shout out to Solat Media with that dono for Wayno last night. Wayno, let's go. But Mally hasn't allowed more than 2 runs to a bottom 10 team, guys, in his last 2 months. So that's also another reason why I was on the run line and on the -0.5. He should go 6-7, and Cincinnati's bullpen has been a top 10 bullpen all of the last month. So just giving you guys some extra stats.
Oh, that's all right. We love extra stats. The more the merrier. The more that it makes us feel good about the bet, the better. Next up, we've got San Francisco and Atlanta. Anthony DeSclafani on the mound for the Giants, and Ian Anderson back in the saddle again, Aerosmith style, for the Atlanta Braves in this game. So we've got Atlanta -130, home favorites. The total is 9 shaded. Well, it's pretty much even money, actually, with the total. Big question marks here, just because not that these two guys aren't capable. DeSclafani has certainly had a surprisingly good season overall, 3.26 ERA. He did have his last start skipped. We'll see if that throws him out of rhythm, off kilter a little bit. We'll have to wait and see, because really his first full start hasn't been since August 13th, but still a good year overall, 2.8 ERA on the road for him. And Ian Anderson on the mound for the Atlanta Braves, a guy that's been out of action since early July. So this is nearly a month and a half he's been out. We'll see if he's back in form again. Again, 2 pitchers returning from the injured list here, and probably would rather stay off of it because of that. Shoulder discomfort for Ian Anderson, inflammation in the right ankle for DeSclafani. Both of these guys coming back from those respective injuries. Yeah, I liked San Francisco yesterday. Bounce back spot. They got the job done. By the way, just remember this for the rest of the year when it comes to San Francisco. With that win yesterday, they're now 32-13 off a loss this year. Just remember that. 32-13. That is an angle to keep in the back of your mind. When they lose the previous game, they don't let it, matriculate into a losing streak. They stop the bleeding immediately. They've been absolutely outstanding like that, doing that all year. This game I'm not involved with, though. Very, very easy pass for me. Again, DeSclafani off the injured list. Same with Anderson. Why force something? Why try to speculate who's going to be sharp and who may not be? So just sit back, see how these two pitchers perform. Conor Mac, what do you think here? San Fran, Atlanta.
Yeah, I don't like going with, especially now both guys are coming off the IL. But I'd have to say the Braves here, with money-wise, I don't want the Braves creeping up now minus 130. I'd only look at the Giants. Giancarlo hasn't looked well, but it's an ankle. It bothers me when these guys pitchers, it's the shoulder with Anderson. I don't know. The Braves minus 130. They might bounce back, but man, these Giants just keep winning. And you're going to give me a plus 120. I'm leaning strong with it. I haven't bet it yet, but I'd only be on the Giants here.
Yeah, keep an eye. San Francisco, good point, but I can't get right. They have games on deck with Milwaukee and the Dodgers this week, so it's a big series ahead, big week ahead for the Giants. Two big series.
Yeah.
I don't
under,
know
but
Atlanta,
I'd like the under again, but I can't trust these guys coming off the IL. I mean,
numbers wise, it does point on under in this game for both guys. But again, with both of them off an injury stint, you just don't know if they're going to be, be able to deliver their A-plus form here in this game today. What do you think here, Sharpie?
Hey, I think the chat be rocking, guys. 220 live, 107 likes. Smash that like if you haven't, guys. It helps us a lot. Here we go, though, guys. Like you said, stay off. But I'm going to go through why I'm going to say I'm going to stay off, guys. First, I leaned over. Then I leaned under. Then I wrote, fuck it. Okay? Straight up, guys. Let me tell you a little theory we got going on in this Pub Sports Radio Discord. If you haven't joined the Discord, guys, Big Show going to throw the link in the comment section. Come join it. Guarantee you there's 5-6 dudes back there right now listening to this and capping other sports as we go along. Guys coming off the COVID or fake injury list, guys, his shoulder wasn't hurt. Okay, he is a spider tack guy. He was a big candidate for spider tack. Okay, these guys are trying to figure it out. They're sending them down to figure shit out, to either figure out how to cheat or work on other pitches that do not use spin rate. I got to stay off this game and see how Anderson is, guys.
Yeah, that was
Anderson looks like pre-Anderson, like last year Anderson. He's a fucking bet on, guys.
Yeah,
like he was legit. He was their best pitcher. But then he fell apart because of shit happens in baseball's 2021, and you got to learn how to cheat. You got to beat them, bro. It's a game of consistently beating the MLB, bro. They're not going to stop, bro. It's figuring out how. Garrett Cole figured out how. Yarborough has figured out how. Rondon figured out how. A lot of these guys are going down with fake COVID, fake injuries, and coming back looking like pre-all-star guys, okay? This is one that you just got to stay off, guys. This is just shout out to Brian Rundle with that 1999 Dono. White Sox destroyed a 16 parlay for me yesterday. Dono for good mojo. For me and for the great job you guys do. Nah, bro.
Yeah, White Sox.
You do.
We appreciate
Sons
that.
of bitches.
Truth.
Thomas Dono train. Wow.
Oh, I love it, bro.
Someone remembered our little Thomas the Tank Engine Shining Time Station conversation on the show several days ago or a week ago, whenever it was.
I got you, boys.
Good. Very good. Seriously, guys. I mean, if you weren't a kid in my era and you missed out on Shining Time Station, go out and watch it. I mean, seriously, just for Ringo Starr and George Carlin sharing the duties as Mr. Conductor, I mean, it's worth it right then and there. They don't make them like that anymore. So you get your kids to watch. Find it on YouTube. Don't worry about what's on the television for kids shows these days. It's on YouTube. The whole damn Shining Time Station series is on YouTube. Just let the kids watch that instead. It'll be better. It's better for their minds. You'll be doing them a favor. All right, good. And by the way, yes, thank you very much, Brian Rundle, for the donation. Solat Media, Kevin DeFreitas pitched in a dono already. Like, we don't request this stuff. Like, it's not like, hey, give us money. No, you guys are doing this on your own. It's very humbling. It's very, very much
best chat in the game.
Yep.
Period. We got
I do
the best
request
chat,
likes though.
hands
That's
down.
one thing I will request.
We do request that.
Oh yeah,
we do
request
that.
it.
Yeah.
Or thumbs down, like we said.
Yeah,
Either
if
one,
you don't like
just
what
hit
we're
it.
doing, then smash it down and hit me on Twitter what I'm doing wrong.
Yep. There you go. Exactly.
He's gonna say you're losing.
Yeah. Well, not lately, bro. This is 10 straight days of winning. My best bet might lose, bro. I'm sorry, but I'm winning.
Yeah, well that's what happens. Yeah,
I
win
did
streaks
bet
are
my
gonna
best
happen.
bet too, though. Do know that. I lost that bet too.
Yeah, well that's gonna happen. Yeah, so wins, streaks, and losses are gonna happen. So
yeah, exactly. No,
I changed my name 2 weeks ago because I had such a bad 3-4 days in baseball. I changed my picture to a guy in a trash can and said retired MLB capper for a few days.
Yeah, it never ends. Nobody's ever, a lot of people are never satisfied. That's true. But you guys are the true blue, loyal, dedicated viewers. And we thank each and every, so it's amazing how many days it's the same people tuning in, but it shows you how dedicated and how much they enjoy what we do. And definitely we thank you from the bottom of our heart. We appreciate it for sure. All right, we move on now to the Battle of Chicago here. Cubs and White Sox. Kyle Hendricks, Dylan Cease, the pitching matchup here. White Sox minus 255, and this has climbed a lot. It was minus 210. It's up to minus 255 now with the White Sox as home favorites here in this game. You look at this. It's getting up there, this price. I get it, but we know with the Cubs, Kyle Hendricks has not exactly pitched great the last little while. He's gone in a downward trajectory. 9 runs against the Brewers. I did pitch well against the Reds and then got shellacked by Colorado last start. 4 runs, 9 hits in that game. How will he fare here against the White Sox? We'll see, but definitely you would think the White Sox have the pitching edge with Cease. And I think the White Sox are going to be pretty pissed off. They got shut out by the Cubs 7-0 yesterday. I don't think they're going to take too kindly to that. Cease, 3.92 ERA, but he's been extremely good here in Chicago at Guaranteed Rate Field. 2.61 ERA for Cease here in this ballpark this year. And he's now given up 3 runs or less, guys, in 9 straight starts. You talk about consistency and just giving your team a chance to win every single time you pitch. That's what Dylan Cease is doing right now for this White Sox team. He faced the Cubs last month, 3 runs in 5 innings. The White Sox won that game 9-3. Hendricks against the White Sox this year. The White Sox beat him 8-6. He actually pitched all right, 2 runs in 6 innings, but White Sox were able to get the win there in that game. It's definitely a White Sox spot with a guy on the mound in Cease that's pitched really well at home this year. It's just a question of, can you get involved? Is there enough value? And even the run line's minus 120. Lean White Sox run line, but I'm going to stay off the game. I do lean White Sox, so it does make sense that they have for them in a bounce back spot here. What do you think, Conor Mac? Cubs, White Sox.
Yeah, this game's interesting. The Cubs just do. How pathetic the White Sox were yesterday. I mean, wow, that was hard to watch. 17 runs to nothing. That's the classic major league, team. They see score over 10 or more the next day. It's when the Dodgers always do it. They get blanked the next day. Man, I think this is a big number with Hendricks, though. I mean, it's just tough for me. I haven't bet the Cubs at all, in over a month. But man, his huge numbers calling me. Like you said, though, it's a White Sox spot, but minus 250 with Cease. Wind's blowing left to right. I don't know. Can these guys stay under first 5 inning 5? The Cubs have been an over team. The White Sox didn't score. They look like they're going to score probably today off Hendricks. And Hendricks, to me, has always been up and down. Betting him, I don't know what I'm going to get. He's a guy that can go out and dominate. Obviously, he doesn't throw hard. But, man, I kind of like him at this price. It's one I'm going to look at more. Mute.
Yeah, he's actually one of the guys, Kyle Hendricks, that the Cubs have a winning record with, believe it or not. 16-10 overall, 8-4 on the road. No question, but just a good team off a shutout loss. And Cease has been really good at home. Maybe a first 5 under. Like if Hendricks is pitching anywhere close to what his road numbers indicate, and if Cease does what he's done at home this year, then you could see a first 5 under. You could see that maybe be something to look at. What do you think here, Sharpie, with Cubs White Sox?
Man, I think we got a banger about to come right here, guys. Smash the like if you haven't, because you're going to want to hear this info. Last night, guys, I'm hot in baseball, like I said, dude. I'm capping games to a T, bro. I knew this was a 5, and I knew it was going to go to a 4.5 by the morning, guys. It's already at a 4.5. I jumped on that 4.5, guys. If you look at Hendricks's and Cease, they're both better at where they're at today. They're better at home. One's better on the road. Hendricks is better on the road. Cease is better at home. So I knew people were going to both look at those and jam the under. Oh, both of these guys are better here. No. Both of these teams are top 10 in hitting the last month and 15 days versus righties, guys. Cease gives up 3 runs every time versus teams like Chicago Cubs. I see 6 runs right here, guys. So I'm on the over 4.5 first 5. Can't hate anybody who wants to take Chicago at that price first 5 in a volatile type game. When I see volatility, I don't like that type of freaking juice. I want a smashing on that type of juice. So I cannot bet the White Sox at that type of price, guys. I cannot. I'm on the over 4.5 first 5.
Yeah, to me, this is a situation where, 50-cent move on the White Sox. There's no way I'm taking the White Sox now. Maybe when it had opened, I would have gotten in on the run line. But now, like I say, if you're going to bet the worst of 50-cent moves at this time of year, it's just not a reasonable positive expectation situation. So I would say if you haven't bet the White Sox yet, don't. Just pass, move on to the next game, which we're going to do right now. Milwaukee and Minnesota, Aaron Ashby, Griffin Jacks, the pitching matchup here. Brewers minus 150, road favorites, 9.5 the total in this one. Brewers probably can't wait to get out of Minnesota at this point. They've been in a little bit of a headache right here for this Milwaukee Brewers team that is leading the NL Central, cruising, one of the best road records in Major League Baseball, yet have lost first 2 games here to this Minnesota team. And Griffin Jacks got roughed up in his last start, struggled against the Red Sox. 9 runs, 4.2 innings was not bad before that. Milwaukee trying to get out of town, avoiding the sweep here. But Aaron Ashby, we'll see how he pitches. He had that rough first start in June, but 2 starts most recently for the Brewers, spot starts, scoreless inning, 2 innings of scoreless ball against the Cubs, 4 innings of scoreless ball against the Pirates. I don't know if you want to go crazy about those 2 performances. We are talking the Pirates and the Cubs, and back when the Cubs were really struggling. So I'm not laying this price with Milwaukee. Do they maybe avoid the sweep? Perhaps. Griffin Jacks, though, only has a 5.23 ERA coming into this game. So just a lot of back and forth on this game personally for me. Lineups here, I'm trying to see who's out and who's in. Yelich, Wong, Adames, Narvaez, Telez, Urias, Peterson, Bradley for Milwaukee.
Adames is back. He hasn't been in.
Back, which is big. No question. Buxton, Polanco, Ref Snyder, Donaldson, Sano, Rooker, Jeffers, Astudillo, and Simmons for – that's an automatic out, by the way, Andrelton Simmons in that 9 spot. But nevertheless, I can only look at the Twins right now in this game. I'm probably going to end up off it, though. What do you think, Conor Mac?
Yeah, me too. I just don't want the Brewers. I talked about it yesterday. I don't want them. I don't want them here with Ashby minus 150. It'd only be the Twins. And I know it's interleague, but they're in an AL park, and sometimes this place can be an under. But I'd only look over 9.5. The wind's blowing out, so I just look over in this game. Jacks, you don't know what you're going to get. He had about 4 starts where he pitched really well, got shelled his normal self. And I don't love Ashby. I don't think he goes more than a few innings. So, yeah, I'd lean over a little bit in this game.
All right, leaning over. Sharpie, what do you like here, Brewers and Twins?
Ooh, like I'm about to come at you guys with some more hot fucking takes, guys. Here we go. Smash the like if you haven't, guys, because this is free money I've been pushing out. Here you go. You read Ashby starts versus all those bum-ass teams, and how did he do, Ian? Really good, right? Minnesota's numbers match those bum-ass teams versus lefties. I've been money on these games the last 2. I was 4.5 the first game. I had the plus a half a run yesterday. And now I'm on Milwaukee minus a half run first 5, run line full game, guys. This is a smash spot for Milwaukee. They're a top 5 team versus righties. They're a bottom team versus lefties. Wow. This is a shit righty. And this is a team that eats righties. And they've got a team that's going against a lefty that can't hit lefties. So even if they do hit this lefty, I see 2 runs. They should smack this guy. So I'm on the Milwaukee first 5 minus a half and the run line. I'm getting a great price on it because the way they've played the last 2 days. But it's been versus lefties. So thank you, Milwaukee.
Yeah, exactly. That's true. I mean, you look at the first 2 games, you're right. Lefties have been awful for the Brewers lineup. We said that yesterday. Charlie Barnes should be hit by most teams, but the Brewers struggled with him because they're having a tough time against lefty pitching right now. But they get a righty today. It's a good spot, too. It's a good team trying to avoid a sweep. Those are usually good bet-on situations. So Brewers first 5 and full game run line here for Sharpie in this one. And, yes, definitely, in theory, makes some sense to look in that direction. Houston and Texas. Next up, we've got the Astros and Rangers. Greinke, don't lose that fastball. Zach Greinke, Taylor Hearn, the pitching matchup in this one. We've got Houston minus 215 road favorites, 9 the total, shaded to the under in this one. Houston with Greinke on the mound. Greinke is a guy that's, for the most part, you know what you're going to get. He's been serviceable. He's been good on the road, especially. I think he's actually better on the road. 2.34 ERA, 8-4 are the Astros in Greinke's 12 road starts. They'll face Taylor Hearn for the Rangers, who has been not bad, I guess. 2 starts in the rotation here in August, 5 runs, 10 innings, 10 hits, though, in those 10 innings, which kind of tell you he is getting hit a little bit, kind of getting out of trouble, minimizing the damage, but still giving up some runs here. Houston, we know overall on the year, 272 as a team against lefties, batting average 6.1 runs per game. The last 10 games, 308 batting average against lefties, 5.68 runs per game. To me, I think I would favor Houston, but at this price, I'm probably going to stay off the game. Could you get there with an Astros team total over? Yeah, I could see that. I think that would be the way I would play it if I were to get involved. Team total for the Astros, maybe 5.5 with a plus price. So I'll lean that direction. Sometimes, though, with this Houston team, we've seen them, though, they don't always rack up the run.
They just get 5.
Then they get 5.
They just get 5.
That's what I worry about with that being 5.5. So not a game I'm involved in, but I do think Houston probably favored. Well, they are favored, but I think they do have the edge here with Greinke. Greinke's been very good on the road, sub-3 ERA on the road this year. What do you think here, Conor Mac? Astros, Rangers.
Yeah. Yeah, I want a bigger price, though, here with the Rangers, with Hearn. You're right. Greinke's been better on the road. But one thing, the Rangers hit righties a little better, and some of these Rangers can hit Greinke going through here. Solak's 4 for 8, Kenner Falefa 6 for 12, Garcia, Trevino's 3 for 6. So maybe a first 5 of the Rangers. I just wanted a bigger price. Yeah, I can't even look at the overs with Astros. They've been an under team lately. I'd only look full game. I didn't take the full game under yesterday. It went. I don't know if the Rangers can score a ton, but I'd only look at them at home. They get up for it, like you said yesterday. These Rangers at least try in these fucking games, or at least give it somewhat of a shit when they play the Astros. So it just needed more money here for the Rangers, but I'd take them plus money here if I had a lean. Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, Wyatt, you're a good viewer. We don't want to don't disrespect any of the on-air talent, though. I know everybody has rough days. Everybody. I have rough days. Conor does. Sharpie does. Everybody does. But he's putting in good work on UFC, Clint, and he's a great guy. And he's as honest and loyal as it gets. We won't have any besmirching Clint on this show. So
yeah,
it is what it is. He'll be fine. He knows his UFC. I know my sports, too, and I have shit days. I go 1-8. You know,
we have shit days sometimes.
Yeah,
exactly. It happens.
Hey, Vegas Dave's the only guy I know who wins every play he puts out, guys. So go pay $1,000 for his play.
Yeah, go to Vegas Dave
and thank me later.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he's the one that he's got us all beat. You know, he does. He just knows everything. He's a god. We're just we're just mere mortals.
He's a Nostradamus.
Brain. Yes, exactly right. Being facetious, of course. Sharpie, what do you think here, Houston and Texas?
Hey, shout out to the chat, man. You guys are worth me waking up early as fuck, guys. Smash the like if you haven't. We 13 likes away from me getting baked like a cake again. So this game, to me, I'm off so far. Greinke is better on the road than he is at home, drastically better than that. I'm leaning to the first 5 under with how Hearn has pitched against this team and how Houston is versus lefties. The numbers say Texas, though, guys. Like, straight up, they have the better bats. Just can you pull the trigger? And my thought to that is if you're going to pull a Cubs shot, then you should take a Texas shot. They have just as much shot today as winning the first 5 as the Cubs do in my eyes. I just don't. They're just giving you more money with the Cubs. But that's just my opinion on that. I'm off this game.
All right. It is time for the 7th inning stretch as we are down to our 3 West Coast games to wrap up this show before we wrap up the show. So let's shout out everybody in the chat here on this Sunday. 252 live viewers right now. We appreciate that beyond belief. Hit the like button. We appreciate that. If you can do that, share the video, subscribe to the channel, do all that stuff. for us. Nate Dogg, 420, Michael Robertson, Abel Alvarez, can't get right. James Perry, Real Deal Prime, not applicable. Lit Picks, LJ from H-Town, G's Fonzarelli, Eric Jones, RTC, Cash Action Bets, Michael Robertson, Andre. We appreciate everybody here. Lance LaRose, Michael Robertson, Nut Flush Allen, Giants fan supreme, Wyatt Chapman, John Roy, Damian Hall, Jake Burns, Brian Watson, Sean Thompson, Raw Dog 12, Leroy Flood, Mark Schillingberg, Turnsey, Rob McMahon, a big show behind the scenes running the show. Kevin DeFreitas, who of course gave us a great dono earlier. Blake Marquis. And everybody that's with us, we appreciate it here on this day.
That just jumped up 15 likes while you were reading that, Ian.
Wow.
You guys rock.
Exactly. We appreciate the like count going up for sure. Colorado Bull, Anthony Greer, Kenny V, Solat Media, and everybody else in between. Thank you very much for tuning in on a Sunday for the MLB Closing Time Show. This is, we will be on next Sunday. But next Sunday is going to be our last full MLB only show on a Sunday for the rest of the year, which is going to be kind of sad, to be honest with you. But we will be on next Sunday, 11 a.m. Eastern. For the MLB.
Best baseball show. Hashtag we be pumping.
Don't ask, don't tell. Thank you again. $10 donation. Amazing. Thank you very much. We're glad you liked the show. And look, we're not going to win every bet, but I know one thing. Every game we gave you some great info, great stats, great reasoning, great logic, great analysis. We give you splits. We give you lefty versus righty. We give you home versus road. We account the bullpens. We account for current form. We give you a nice blend of just information that can cycle through your mind and help you make your final decisions betting the baseball board. That is essentially what this show is all about. And we appreciate you guys tuning in. For sure. We are down to our last 3 games. They're all the West Coast games. The Kansas City Royals and the Seattle Mariners. Kansas City might be my favorite team in baseball right now for obvious reasons. Seattle minus 150, home favorites, 8.5 the total. So we've cashed with Kansas City as dogs in each of the first 2 games of this series, or the last 2 games, I should say, of this series. They
3 though. They won 3, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking. They've won all 3 here against Seattle. I've been on Kansas City as a dog, first 5 in full game in each time. You better believe that's what I'm thinking of doing again right here is Kansas City plus the price. Singer's the wild card. He is not exactly someone that start to start you can fully bank on. In fact, 3 of his last 4 starts have been of the rough variety. 7 runs to Baltimore, 5 to the Yankees, 4 runs to Houston in his last start. So he's really, really had a tough time, and his ERA on the road's not great. But the good thing for Singer is Seattle has never faced him. That's number 1. And number 2, Seattle's not really hitting the last couple of games. They've been held to 2 and 4 runs in 2 of the games in this series so far. They've never seen Singer. That could be an advantage. And then you've got Gonzalez on the mound for the Seattle Mariners, and he has pitched well, and he has pitched better lately. In fact, they've won each of his last 3 starts, and he's maybe one of the guys you actually would be interested in having on the mound in a spot like this, trying to avoid a home sweep. But the momentum isn't there for Seattle, and Kansas City's one of those teams that you think out of the playoffs, out of sight, out of mind, not interested, disinterested, lackadaisical. They aren't right now. They're playing well. They're pitching a little bit better lately. And, of course, they're hitting. Merrifield, among others, just absolutely outstanding. Sal Perez, you go on down the list. Nicky Lopez has been good. This lineup is definitely hitting at the moment. And you look at how they played. They gave Houston all they could handle. They won the first 3 games of this series. I am not making a case, even though he's been a little bit better lately, Gonzalez. I am not making a case right now for Seattle laying a price in this one. So for me, it would be Kansas City first 5 full game or nothing at all. I've got the first 3 in my pocket with KC. I probably won't put as much on Kansas City today, especially Singer's a little bit of a volatile starting pitcher, but I still have something on KC here once again today. Conor Mac, what do you think here? Royals, Mariners.
Yeah, this one's interesting. I think if you like the Mariners, you just lay off unless you think they're going to smash. You take the Mariners run line. I wouldn't just bet them. I just stay away and pick another spot with them. Yeah, I don't want to be on the Royals here. You said Singer's never faced Seattle. the Royals, other than Whit Merrifield, he's 6 for 15 with a triple and a bomb. Benintendi 0 for 7. A lot of offers. Dozier, Hanser 1 for 5. So I can never tell. And sometimes these games, that Sunday day game with two kind of shitty pitchers, this game could go under. But yeah, I'd only want the Royals in this game, first 5. And you mentioned it, Sharpie. I kind of want Perez in the lineup. I don't know if he'll be in. Maybe he DHs. So check the lineup. It should be out soon. I'm still waiting on the Royals. Probably about 30 minutes.
Yeah, this is the late game, 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific, one of the late games. So you'll get the lineup probably in the next hour or so. You'll see that. Hopefully Merrifield's in it, because certainly we'd be targeting him for home run prop total bases, no doubt, with his number. The way he's hitting now and his current form against Mars, the way he's pitched, or the way he's hit, I should say, in the past against Marco Gonzalez. Sharpie, what do you think here, Kansas City, Seattle?
I can't think at all because I just got ripped. But I wrote some numbers down, so let me read that to you guys. Shout out to the chat, bro. You guys rock. Thanks for hitting the like. If you haven't hit it, here we go. Best team versus lefties batting average the last 15 days. Kansas City motherfucking Royals, baby. They're only 13th OPS, bro, but they're getting on base at a crazy clip. Gonzalez ain't nothing to be scared of, guys. I do need Perez in that lineup, and I'm taking Kansas City team total over first 5. I want a 2.5. I'll take it at plus money. It's at juice that 1.5, so I'll move it up. And I want Kansas City first 5. So yeah, guys, this is Kansas City, especially when they're facing a lefty. I lost the first 5 versus Kikuchi. It was still the right read because they had 5 runs the next inning, guys. That, to me, that's baseball. I still capped it right. They just got them to him an inning later. So I'm probably going to go right back to it. Kansas City's been great versus lefties for me. They've been a ride.
All right, we've got the Rockies and the Dodgers here. It's Antonio Senzatella for the Rockies, and it is Mitch White, a spot start for the Dodgers today. This is where we're at with the Dodgers here. You got Mitch freaking White out of the bullpen, and they're minus 260. That's what you get, though. A total 9 across the board in this one. Look, Senzatella's in good form of late. The last 3 starts have been good. On the road, he struggled, though, 5.24, and for some reason, the Rockies just haven't won when he's pitched on the road. They're 0-9 in his 9 road starts, and he's been absolutely just ripped apart by the Dodgers in 2 starts against them this year. 12 runs in just 6 innings this year against the
they own him.
It's been absolutely rough. So it's a pass for me. It's a stay away because I think the Dodgers win. I think they probably score runs too, but you're talking minus 260, not much value. You're talking 5.5 total. Not the greatest of value, although I would lean a little to that Dodgers team total over. It's just a stay away for me. Conor Mac, what do you think here, Rockies, Dodgers?
Yeah, I think the Dodgers score some runs today. The last 2 games stayed under. Rockies on the road. We talked about how we liked the Rockies the last 2 days. Even yesterday, if you took the half, you won, right? After 5, it was 2-2. And Dodgers scored 3 in the 8th. So, but I don't want it today. Maybe the full game over. The Dodgers got a bullpen that's pitched a lot, and they're going to have to pitch a lot today. So I think the Rockies could get some runs as well. So maybe the Dodgers team total, or look just for the full game over here. Maybe first 5 or even full game. I think this one could get over today. Hot day in LA.
Yeah, it is. There's no doubt. I mean, it's actually wind blowing out a little bit. It's going to be high 80s in Chavez Ravine today. So over
and
9.
They kill him.
Yeah.
Real quick, like Mookie 5 for 10, 2 homers. Pollock 7 for 20, a homer. Corey Seager 9 for 19 with 3 jacks. Jacket.
You just named 2 of the hottest freaking Dodgers, bro. Pollock and Seager, like.
Yes, no doubt. And by the way,
they kill him.
Pollock
they
with a home run, 7 for 20, and Seager, as you mentioned, 9 for 19 and 3 home runs. How do you not bet a home run prop on Seager and Pollock? Not only the form, but the just laying waste to Senzatella in the past as well. Sharpie, what do you think here?
Well, how about this? We got 8 miles to dead center in this hot ass fucking air too, for all those home run props. The team totals at 2.5 and it's juiced to minus 140. There's no way you can bet that realistically. I capped it with Urias because I seen him last night, seen that this morning, and I just dug up a couple of the last 15-day stats. Colorado's not hitting righties. They're middle of the pack, guys. This guy is a top prospect for the Dodgers, guys. He should go out and do about 4 or 5 solid innings of work. They've been missing. I'm echoing. Okay, it's gone. They've been missing. Wow, that threw me off. Sorry about that, guys. They've been missing. Fuck, that fucked me up, dude. The dab and then that echo. My bad. Whoa. But
Wind blown.
I'm gonna the run line. I'm gonna have to take Dodgers run line, guys. I know their freaking bullpen is tired, but their bullpen has been lights out. Period, guys. Until they show me otherwise, Rogers has been pulling the right strings. The guys have been doing their job, and I mean that's crazy to say for a guy that I don't respect that much in the game of coaching baseball with Dave Roberts. So it's probably juicy. I haven't looked at it yet, but I'm leaning Dodgers run line and Rockies team total under.
All right, there we go. Next up, we've got the Sunday night baseball matchup, final game on this Sunday card, New York Yankees and Oakland Athletics. We've got Jordan Montgomery on the mound here for the New York Yankees, and we've got Paul Blackburn. I'm not going to sing that Beatles song right now for him that I normally do because he's actually pitched all right, so he deserves some respect right now. We've got the Yankees minus 145 road favorites, the total 9 here in this game, and I mean that. He actually has pitched pretty well here for the Athletics in his couple of starts he's made. Even the White Sox, he kind of labored in that, but he battled back, pitched better in his last start. Montgomery's been very good, though. Very, very good for the New York Yankees as of late. We'll see if Oakland can do some damage here. Oakland did snap the Yankees' 13-game winning streak yesterday with a 3-2 win, but I still think the Yankees are still overall, you look at the form in the last 10 days, 15 days, 30 days, they've been the better team than Oakland. They've got Montgomery who's figured it out, and they're starting to win now with him on the mound. He's been pretty consistent lately. I lean Yankees here. Don't love the price because, look, I've been betting Yankees at even money, at times in this series. And now you got to lay a pretty moderate price with them. So, that's the issue right now with this price is just now it's being priced the way it should be. The Yankees with how they played and how Oakland's been struggling. So I lean Yankees for first 5 full game, but I don't love it just based on the price. I think the price is in a good spot. What do you think here, Conor Mac, Yankees and A's?
Yeah, I know the Yankees lost yesterday 3-2, but I got to go right back to them. Blackburn's pitched 2 all right games here coming up, and we've seen this with other guys throughout the year. They go 2 or 3. This guy's just not a really good pitcher. I mean, he gets ripped in AAA. So I think the Yankees get to him today. I'm going to jump on him first 5, half a run here. You get it right at about even money. I think they win today. I think they beat the A's. That's it. The total I'm not going to mess with. It's blowing out. Sunday, Montgomery's been good for unders. He's pitched against Oakland just once this year, 5 1/3. I mean, I'd lean under if I had to take it.
All right, lean under, but likes the Yankees, and I would only look Yankees as well. Sharpie, what do you think, Yankees and Athletics?
I could think again because I'm baked like a cake. Shout out to Noli Knows. The umpire crew in this game has to be.
They are.
Strikeout wise or just to the unders or overs? What do you talk about the umpires?
Is it Angel Hernandez? If it is, yeah, I could understand you saying.
I have it right here. Hold on, in a new tab.
I just want to know before I bet this game.
Vic Carapaza, there's another beauty, and I don't mean that in a nice way. Yeah.
But I'm on already bet last night. I took the Yankees first 5 team total over 2.5 at minus 110. And I see Blackburn getting smacked, guys. Yankees are 12th best average, 2nd best OPS the last 15 days. They were middle of the pack 30 days ago. This is a team that's turning it around at the right time. They're hitting at the right time. And they struggle a little bit versus lefties. This ain't a lefty. This is a mediocre righty who got torched in the minor league, guys. I haven't bet the over 4.5 yet. I need to do a little more digging into that. I'm leaning heavy to the over 4.5 because look what Oakland did to Cortez. I stayed off that game yesterday, guys. I didn't bet Oakland, but I knew not to bet the Yankees. I told you guys yesterday on the show, that Oakland should have been favored. They were the right favorite team, and they ended up winning that game just by the numbers, guys. Yeah. I go by the numbers. That's all I care about. At the end of the day, if it says play it, I'm going to play it. I'm going to cap it by the numbers, and if the line matches it, then I can play it. That line matched it yesterday, guys, and I didn't want to bet Oakland because they were on a losing streak. Yankees were on a winning streak. Yep. So best thing you could do sometimes is just pass. Today is a Yankee spot in my eyes. I just think it could be a little volatile, but 4-2 after 5, I could see Yankees up. So I'm probably going to hit that over 4.5. I'm already on the Yankees team total over.
All right, Yankees team
this
over. Yeah.
real quick. I don't have the crew, but yeah, it's a West or Angel Hernandez. I gotta look it up through the box score. And yeah, they've tossed Boone. Yeah, they've made bad calls.
Yeah, someone's getting thrown out the game.
There you go. Yeah, it's Sunday Night Baseball. You got to make it exciting, right? You got to drum up some angst, some umpire or managers getting pissed off. And what better way to do that than the umpires screwing up? And maybe you'll see more of that here tonight. But yeah, if it's some of those guys you mentioned, especially Angel Hernandez, man, wouldn't shock me one bit to see that crew fucking up left and right. It's got to be one of the worst managers going. Angel Martinez. There's no question about that. Strike zone's a joke. Half of the calls are just an absolute embarrassment that he makes. It's just he has no patience either. Managers just barely says something and he'll toss the guy out at the plate as well for barely saying a word or two in disagreement. I mean, the days of being able to voice your displeasure as an umpire or as a manager or a player these days, it doesn't seem like you get the opportunity from a lot of these umpires to do that anymore. But yeah, the Yankees definitely make some sense here. Probably end up on it for something, but we'll see. It's -140. I would think they'll find a way to get the victory and bounce back. Blackburn, this is going to be Blackburn's test. He's been serviceable to this point, but let's see how you fare here against the Yankees, who have been one of the most hottest hitting teams in baseball now for the last month or so. This is one of the hottest baseball betting shows on a daily basis on the web. Pub Sports Radio, MLB Closing Time Show, and it's all thanks to those of you guys tuning in every day in the chat, hitting the like button. 254 live viewers. Hit that like button for us. We will get to best bets. We will get to Jack of the Day as well in just a second. But first, messages from Manscaped and Southtown 101. All right, Southtown 101. When you're in San Antonio, stop in. Great food, drinks, live music, DJs, and karaoke. Southtown 101 in San Antonio. We've got Manscaped promo code PubSports, Lawnmower 4.0, and every Manscaped product on the website. You can get it and also get a 20% discount off the purchase by using the promo code PubSports. So take advantage of that. And mybookie.ag, promo code PubSports. Football season is here. NFL, college football, CFL. Get on mybookie.ag, sign up for an account, get yourself ready for betting football all season long. Bitcoin accepted currency for your deposit as well. So make sure you check it out, mybookie.ag, promo code PubSports. All right, best bets in just a second, but first, let's see who can go yard today with the Jack of the Day.
Well, see you later.
All right, Jack of the Day. We mentioned that Rockies-Dodgers game and the fact that there's multiple Dodger hitters that have absolutely pelted Antonio Senzatella in the past. Seager, Pollock, take your pick. The guys you could look at from the Dodgers in terms of Jack of the Day today in that game. A few others that I was looking at here. Jose Abreu and Eloy Jimenez have very good numbers against Hendricks and have both gone yard against him. So there's a couple White Sox you could go with for Jack of the Day. It's hard to ignore the success that Jock Peterson of Atlanta has had against Anthony DeSclafani, coming off the injured list, of course, today. 6 for 14 and 4 home runs against DeSclafani. So Jock Peterson of the Atlanta Braves, that makes sense to look in that direction for Jack of the Day. He's batting 5th in the Atlanta lineup today. A couple others here as well. that I was looking at for Jack of the Day. You could go with a couple of Reds against Luzardo. I wouldn't argue with that. You could go with against Spencer Watkins, Nelson Cruz, 3 for 6, 2 home runs against him. Nelson Cruz is no, he's not in the lineup today. Scratch that. So don't bet that. Well, he may not even be. He shouldn't be on the odds board. If he's not in the lineup, he is not for Tampa Bay. So you can just disregard that. And I think you could go with Arenado as well against Will Crow for a home run prop. That would be a one I'd look at as well. So I'll stop there. Those are the home run props for me. Connor, what do you think for Jack of the Day?
Yeah. Sorry, I was trying to find these guys. I'm going to go Robbie Grossman. He's 5 for 9 with a homer. He's plus 450. I got to find this bum Conforto. He's 5 for 11 with a jack. Let me see his price, if his price is all right. Sorry. A little backed up on Jack of the Day here.
That was the comment of the day right there. Mountcastle Jack in honor of Sharpie mounting.
Nice. Plus 550 for Conforto. And then you mentioned Seager. You can go with Seager or Pollock. Pollock's probably the highest one, right around plus 450 or 500. That's it.
All right, good stuff. Sharpie, any home run props? And if not, what do you got for best bet, a Sunday best?
Yes, sir. Here we go, guys. Shout out to Nolia. He said Boone got tossed game 1, Melvin got tossed game 2. And also shout out to the Camp Pendleton Marines who lost 13 kids. That's like my neighbors right there. I grew up playing football, so shout out to the people that lost somebody, because I know a lot of youngsters that joined through Camp Pendleton, and that shit sucks. So never wish death to nobody. I'm on Cease over 7.5, guys. You should already know this. It's the damn Cubs versus righty. He had 10 last time out. Yes, it's now in the White Sox. Yes, Lynn got cracked yesterday. I'm not asking him to win the game. I'm asking him to do what the Cubs do religiously. That's just swing at the ball and not walk. So over 7.5, it's minus 120 or minus 110, depending on what book. I saw one book with 8.5 at plus 150. I wouldn't mind a little sprinkle on that too. So Cease over 7.5.
All right, Cease. Dylan Cease of the White Sox over 7.5 strikeouts for best bet for Sharpie for this Sunday. Conor Mac, what do you got for best bet?
I'm going right back to the Yankees. I know they lost yesterday. I'm going to take them first 5, half a run. It's right at about minus, 105 or even money. They get it done today. They hit Blackburn.
All right, there we go. Blackburn gets rocked today. Blackburn shitting in the dead of night. That's what we're hoping for tonight for the New York Yankees. Shit on Blackburn here tonight in this one. Yankees minus 140, road favorites. Best bet for Conor Mac. Mine is going to be Reds minus a half, minus 150. Got to lay a little juice, but I'm doing it today. High percentage play, I think. Maley will pitch well enough in Miami. A bounce back spot for the Reds today. Luzardo's just awful. To get just a lead after the first 5 innings, I think, is something the Reds should be able to accomplish here. Minus a half a run, minus 150. First 5 innings, Cincinnati Reds. That'll be my best bet for this Sunday MLB card. Yeah, I appreciate Billy, the Beth Mowins imitation. I enjoyed doing that yesterday. And he gets free down the sideline and out of bounds, 25-yard line.
Salvador Perez is in the lineup.
There you go. There's a little Beth Mowins there. She's just got that twangy voice, and it's fun to do the impression with that. But thank you. Appreciate that. Really good stuff. Speaking of good stuff, this show is good stuff. Always fun, especially with Sharpie joining us on the weekends. We're getting Sharpie on the show on Fridays moving forward because, we're not going to be doing the weekend baseball shows, full baseball shows as much. So we'll get Sharpie in on Fridays for sure, 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific. To be a special guest the rest of the season with the MLB Closing Time Show. Tomorrow's a big day, very big day. MLB Closing Time Show moves to 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific on Mondays tomorrow. And Ski Profit will join us for that. And tomorrow we premiere Hitting the Books, our early week football show, getting you ready for football for the upcoming week. It'll be all college football this show because there's no NFL yet this week. So we'll talk Thursday, Friday, college football, every single game on Thursday and Friday in college football, early opinions on the Saturday college football games as well. What sticks out to us early in the week? We're looking forward to it. It'll be me. It'll be Conor Mac. And it'll be a new addition as well to the channel, joining us for that show every Monday as well. Guy played professional hockey, college hockey. It's nice to have that professional guy to play the sport, an athlete perspective. Grant Arnold joining us, making his Pub Sports debut tomorrow, joining us on that show. So that'll be good. He's put the skates away, and now he's a avid sports bettor, and he'll be joining us on that show. It'll be good to have the athlete perspective, if you will, on the hitting the books on Pub Sports Radio. And that will start tomorrow, Monday, 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific for that show each and every Monday. We're looking forward to it. And then, of course, we're going to have our Saturday morning college football shows. We're hammering out the details of who's going to join us. We have a couple of old friends of Connor and me who that are on the radar to be joining us on Saturday mornings. So we're definitely looking forward to that college football. Fourth and Gold. There we go. I was trying to remember the name of the show. Fourth and Gold, the name of the show, Saturday morning college football show, 10 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Pacific, every Saturday starting next Saturday, September 4th. And what a Saturday it's going to be. LSU, UCLA, Clemson, and Georgia. I mean, are you kidding me? Some of these matchups that we're going to see, Penn State, Wisconsin. I mean, there's some dandies next Saturday in college football. Looking forward to it, and we'll have it all covered for you right here on Pub Sports Radio. For Conor Mac, for Sharpie, I'm Ian Cameron. Let's have ourselves a Sunday. Enjoy the day. Enjoy the games, and good luck. And we will talk to you tomorrow. Our next show, hitting the books, premiere edition, 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific tomorrow, talking college football. Looking forward to it. See you tomorrow, guys. Enjoy the games and good luck. And we'll see you tomorrow right here on Pub Sports Radio.